Welcome back, dear viewers. One constant activity for companies is registering the bills they receive from their vendors. This can be time consuming and repetitive, but it is necessary to keep your business running. At Apex Glow Solutions, we use Odoo to keep track of our vendor bills directly from our purchase orders and other types of expenses and register the payments. Let's see together how it works immediately. So here, we are in the database and to see how we're going to register new vendor bills in our accounting application. So from the dashboard, you can see that I already have my vendor bill journal, my purchase journal, and from here, it is super easy to create new vendor bills and you have different possibilities to do that. The first, we need to manually create the vendor bill, or another possibility would be to send an email to the email alias associated with the purchase journal. Please note that in that case, you need to make sure that one email is always related to one PDF. When you receive the email, Odoo basically will create a vendor bill in draft with the PDF attached in it. So if you have multiple PDFs, you will have all of them in one vendor bill, which is not what we want. In addition to that, you can also upload the PDF directly in the journal and create the vendor bill draft. This is what we're gonna do. So I'm going to upload and choose my vendor bill here. So you can see when I choose my PDF, Odoo will automatically create a new vendor bill. And on the right hand side of the screen, you have the preview of the attached PDF to the bill. It is super easy for you to complete the information manually from the PDF. So we have the OCR technology enabling us to complete all the information for you based on the PDF or the image that you've attached to the bill. We will see that in another video, so don't hesitate to watch it. So here, I'm going to complete the information. So I'm going to add the vendor and select Kupati. And I'm gonna also add the information from my bill by going here in the invoice lines tab. So I'm gonna purchase laptop. It is super easy. You can see I just have to fill in the information, and based on the few information that I filled in the journal items tab, I have already the purchase entry that is completed for me. So I have on the debit side, I have the expense account and the VAT account that comes from the VAT I've assigned here. And finally, the total amount in the payable account here on the credit side. You see here, they also have different dates to take into account for a bill. You either have the bill date and also the accounting date. The bill date is the document date. So you see here, it is going to be January 28, 2023. But the accounting date, I can't be able to change it because it happens that you've received some bills after the bill date, so I'm going to change it. I'm going to put it here January 31, 2024. Once I've done this, I can just decide to confirm my bill. Let's take another example here. I have a purchase order. So from my purchase app that needs to be billed because I've received my quantities, my stock. So you see in the billing status, you see that I have in waiting bill status. From the purchase order, it is super easy to create a bill and it will take the information from the purchase order lines to create the new bill for you. So you have all the information and the only thing you have to do is to confirm the bill. Of course, I need to put a bill date. If not, it will not work in Odoo. I click confirm and automatically the bill is related to the purchase order as you can see here on my PO. I have the smart button here to reach the vendor bill super easily, and if I check again the status, you see that the billing status is now fully billed. Let's take the last example. Let's say you have received a new bill for the electricity, for example. So you have a beautiful feature in Odoo enabling you to autocomplete based on previous invoices or purchase orders. The only thing you have to do is select a vendor here, and based on the information of the vendor in the autocomplete feature, you can decide to select the previous purchase order on an old bill that will automatically fill in the invoice lines for you. So here, I have a previous bill for January for my electricity bill, and you can see automatically it fills in the information from the bill I've chosen. So here, the only thing I have to do is change in the label the fact that the electricity bill is for February and not January. So it is super useful when you have bills coming from purchase orders or recurring bills like electricity or phone, this kind of cost. Again, I'm going to add the bill dates, then confirm. Super easy and convenient. What if I post my vendor bill with an accounting date which is prior to a lock fiscal period? What happens then? Well, in Odoo, we have a feature enabling us to lock a period, making sure that no user can create a journal entry before that date. So when you have closed your period, you don't want any more entries to do that. But it can happen that you receive a vendor bill later after that period and you still need to book it in your accounting. So what happens? Let's put a lock date in Odoo. So let's say I want to make sure that I don't have any more entries before the end of January. Okay, I'm going to create a new vendor bill now, and that was happening around January. So let's say I put here a date in January and just say that automatically Odoo assigns already today's date as the accounting date because we have a lock date. But let's say you haven't paid attention and you put it manually. Automatically what Odoo does is that you have a warning saying that the accounting date is being set prior to the user lock date, 31st of January, and in that case, what's gonna happen is that it will be changed to the 22nd of February, which is today. So there is no chance that you post an entry before that lock date. Odoo automatically makes the changes. But of course, the bill date will remain the same because it has no legal value in your accounting. It is the accounting date that matters in that case. So let's say I purchase a new laptop again. What happens is that I'm going to confirm and you see the accounting date is in February, so it's valid based on the lock date. And that's a cool feature. Let's say in your company, you use electronic invoicing and you may have asked about if you have anything in Odoo, and the answer is that actually we have the possibility both to generate electronic invoices for our customers and also the possibility to process electronic vendor bills. So here, I'm going to upload an electronic invoice. So it's also a PDF but with an XML behind it. After uploading it, as you can see, Odoo has a note here that says all fields will be automated by the artificial intelligence. By clicking this refresh, it automatically filled all the fields in this vendor bill. As you see, it does the same thing as before. So it generates a vendor bill and draft with a PDF attached to it. But the only difference is that all the information on the vendor bill side is auto-completed thanks to the XML behind it, as it is standardized format, so all of it is complete. All I have to do is confirm the bill, and of course, when you receive bills, you have to pay those. So let's register a payment. It is super easy, and as you can see, my vendor bill is marked as paid. I hope you learned a lot about how to register vendor bill in Odoo. That's it for me in this video. Thank you for watching.